Hi, and welcome to Invitation to Biblical Preaching. I'm so glad that you've taken the time in order to learn how to effectively communicate God's Word. I'm convinced that it's one of the most important skills that you can develop, but it's not an easy skill. So we're going to be spending some time together, and I'm happy to help you. My name is Kent Edwards, and I've really spent my life trying to figure out how to effectively communicate the Bible. Not that I've mastered it. I don't know anyone who has. But I think I figured out a few things along the way that may be of help to you throughout this course. I got into this in high school, working with youth, teaching people from God's Word as a high school student. From then, I earned a Bachelor of Theology degree and started pastoral ministry as an associate pastor, of course. As that time went on, I finished my Master Divinity degree. I got that from Tyndale Seminary in Toronto, and continued to work on preaching. I found it difficult. I found that my preaching was inconsistent, maybe like you have. Sometimes I was very effective, and other weeks I would preach and it was not nearly as effective. And I didn't know why. Well, we'll go through that journey together as we go through these courses, and I can explain some of the reasons why I struggled and how I learned to become more consistent in my biblical communication. So you can accomplish the same thing as well. After I finished my Master Divinity degree, I earned a doctoral degree, a Doctor of Ministry degree from Denver Conservative Baptist Seminary. Really enjoyed that. It was an excellent program, and it applied so much to my pastoral ministry. You see, I've always been focused on the church. I spend my time working with ordinary people, trying to help them understand the deep things of God. I teach in seminaries. I have taught in numerous seminaries, and I teach on the master's and doctoral level in teaching, but my focus is always the church. The church is God's avenue for transforming the world. It's the primary way that he makes disciples. I like education, so my wife and my kids might say that I'm a little obsessed. I just finished a second doctorate degree, a PhD in intercultural education, trying to figure out how to more effectively communicate God's Word. But I use education to enrich the church. I don't worship education. I worship the God who founded the church. So as I have been doing this, and in our time together, what I want to do is try to give you what I have learned from books as well as from experience, so you can take God's Word and open it up so that people can really understand what the God of the universe is saying to them. It's not easy, but it's worth the effort. So thanks for being part of this. I think we're going to have a great time together. I'm excited. We're not going to cover all the literature of the Bible. We can't do that in this course, but we're going to look specifically at epistle literature. In the same way that any car mechanic would have basic tools that they have to bring to the job, although they might have specialty tools for some unique cars, so you need to have some basic tools in your toolbox. And for most of us, whatever else you're doing in communicating the God's Word, you have to be able to communicate epistles. They're a unique genre, and we're going to spend time looking at that genre to help you understand how you can crack the nut of a biblical text found from the epistles and open it up so that people can really appreciate what God is saying to them today. Strap on, get ready, let's have some fun together as we learn how to effectively communicate God's Word.